Hello and welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you some more awesome Minimates. And this is set 2.
This is the villain set from the Dungeons & Dragons, the animated series Minimates set.
We want to say a great big thank you to
Diamond Select
for sending these to us for free to share with you today. Let's go ahead and open that front cover. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the side and then the back. There we have it. Woo, it's like a spine of a book.
It's like a book.
Yeah. And then there's the back, which shows us that we're going to get 6 figures. It says also look for set 1.
Yes, which we've already done.
So
Heroes set.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and open that front cover.
And if you're wondering, it actually shows, these are the villains, but then you have Dungeon Master, which you would, obviously is not a villain, but he is encased in ice by the villains, which is why they include him in this set.
Very cool. All right, so there's our 6 figures. It looks like that's somebody's helmet.
What's that? This?
Yes, or shield.
Yeah, that's his shield.
All right. And there's quite a bit of glare, but we're going to go ahead and get these out of the box. But first, let's take a look. So on the left-hand side, if you scoot the box over just a little bit, it gives you 6 youthful friends embark on an incredible journey after taking a roller coaster ride that transports them into the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. So there you go. It gives you a bit story background right there. And then it tells you the names of the villains.
Yes, so we have Venger the Sorcerer. So that's up here. We have the Shadow Demon, the Warduke, the blue helmet, the Fighter, Night-Mare, the Dark Horse down here. You might not be able to see him. And then Dekkion the Skeleton Warrior. And of course, the
Dungeon
Master and the ice, his little ice thing is underneath of him.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get these Minimates out of this awesome box and give you a much closer look. We'll be right back. All right, so there's
the Dungeons & Dragons Villains box set.
Yes. Let's go ahead and which Minimate should we look at first? Should we start with the back row?
Yeah, let's start with the Shadow Demon and work our way.
We will do that.
Clockwise.
He's trying to figure out which direction that is. All right, so we're going to start off with him. And as John pointed out, he is translucent. So he pointed that out to me. See his wings, and hopefully the light is kind of shining through and you can see. That's really cool that they decided that they did that. And look how long his fingers are. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Woo. Look how long his fingers are. He's got 4 fingers. Well, 1 thumb, 3 fingers, and they're very long. And there's the little eyes painted on there. That's cool. I'm guessing that's his eyes. And there's the tail and the wings. Very cool. And of course, he comes with a stand so he can hover.
Yes.
So it's all clear. That's nice. All right, next will be
Warduke. And
here he is. So he has a very cool helmet. Does the helmet come off? I wanted to say, yeah. So there you go. Because mostly all the stuff comes off with Minimates. That's the cool part. And then he's got that really cool necklace. There's the shield. He is the one with the shield. He's able to hold on to it. It's got silver, and then a silver band around his arm, also silver gloves, some silver around this boot, which has some spikes, and then he's got a regular black boot with it folded down. This leg is not covered, and this one is blue. So, and then you have the shag hanging down and his awesome belt. He even has suspenders, it looks like. So, and then there's his sword, which is really cool. The blade of the sword is the same color as the shield, and then you have the muted gold right there. Very awesome, which matches the gold on him. And he's got a very decorative helmet. Next we have this guy.
Yes, Dekkion the Skeleton Warrior.
So let's see. This piece comes off. I don't.
Hey, don't show off my hair.
I feel like this does come off. Well, it feels like it might. Because it is wiggly. See there?
It's probably very tight. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably the fact that, his head would probably come off and then you would pull it out of there. But, yeah. So it's going to stay on really well. It's got a sharp point at the top. The cool thing about him is, look, his legs are translucent, and then the skeleton part is painted on. So his legs, you can see, and then his arms as well. And then his chest is silver with the lines crossed over and the back. And then he has one shoulder guard right here with the gold around it. And then the bottom part of his, he has like a belt with the baubles around it, looks like. And then he has some rather chunky boots with the silver and gold around it. His sword is, the color is more like, hard to describe, like a blondish, like a blonde silver, I would say. It's kind of like a really, really pale gold, and then there's darker gold for the handle. That's cool. So, and then there's his skeleton face. And I just love that they did the translucent and with the painted on. That's awesome.
And I love that they gave him like a little gap between his.
Yes.
So you can kind of see just the skeleton.
That he's skeleton.
There,
yeah, in between the top half and the bottom half.
Right.
All right, next we'll take a look at
Venger.
And here's
Venger.
Let's see that. So it's got like one horn here. Got the wings going on, black in the back and black with red detailing inside here. And then the hands have like
magic effects.
Magic effects on the hands. He's got like the cloak, or I don't know it's not really per se a skirt, but then got the shoulder things going on there. Look at that face. Oh, very evil looking. Very evil looking villain. Now this one is the one that will ride the horse.
It will, yes.
So you take off this piece, you say? I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
But first of all, I'll show off the horse.
Okay.
And then we'll save our good guy for last. All right, so here's the horse. His name is Night-Mare.
Night-Mare, and it's Night-Mare, like the horse, like.
Whoa, look at that! And he has a black mane, red eyes. He's got the bottom part of the other,
right, Avenger
on him because he will be able to ride it. Look at his hooves, though. It's almost like high heel shoes. He's got red coming out the back there, a black tail. And yeah, so he's mostly black and then red eyes and red hooves. And then if you want to show off how he can fit on there.
Yep, so it comes apart right at the middle. And then he just slides right onto there.
Ta-da!
So now he can ride Night-Mare.
Ride the horse. Look at that. And his cloak or whatever must separate so he can have some cloak on both sides. That's cool. But that part is... You can't take this part off the horse, can you?
I don't think so. It came like that in the box. I didn't try.
It did come like that in the... Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, that's how you would want him anyway. He looks really cool. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have...
Dungeon Master in his ice
dome. Yeah. So here he is, trapped in the ice, like, free me! And that's really cool that... Look at that! So there he is. Very cool. And there's the facial sculpt, or the painted face. And then he is holding his hands like right in front of him. Now this little figure doesn't have any articulation because the whole point is to have him inside of here, which is awesome. He fits in there just perfectly. And I think that is a really cool thing to add to this collection.
Yeah, I mean, he is, like you said, he is just a static figure, but it's so cool that he is included because, you can't have Dungeons & Dragons without Dungeon Master.
Yes. He's like, get me out of the ice. All right. So awesome. All right. So do you want to show off articulation for any particular? That's going to be a little bit, mostly the same. A little bit different for certain figures. Yeah, it's going to depend
on the figure. Obviously, Venger is not going to have any, like, legs or ankle articulation. Neither will the Shadow Demon. But I believe most of it should be the same. But yes, the Minimates are always really well articulated. So the other two, Dekkion and Warduke, will have articulation at the neck. Well, actually, they'll all have articulation at the neck. At the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists. and the waist. And then what they will have that the others won't will be articulation at the hips and the knees. And then, let's see. No, he's got boots on, so yeah, they won't have articulation at the ankles, but very cool. There's always so much articulation, and these are always so well detailed. So awesome to add these Minimates to our collection.
Alright, so there's one last look at
the Dungeons & Dragons Villains box set.
Yes, Series 2. And we want to say a great big thank you to
Diamond Select
for sending these to us for free to share with you today. Sure has been awesome. Thanks so much for watching. As always, come back and see us, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.